into Tee.His every weekend. You were with like 5 versions of this guy.
Yes. Probably.
I think also because the People's family is just so, like, the rules of the family are so stringent, you know, it probably gave him a sense of rebellion, you know, and that's what we were all looking for in the movie,
Yeah,
a way to kind of break out of our people's box. Yeah.
Well, Callie, do you think you're funny? You are funny, but do you think you're funny?
I don't know what to think. I mean, I think it's probably better not to think too much about yourself, you know, while you're doing what you're doing, because too much self-awareness can kind of kill the truth, you know. So I think once I know the character and I know the relationship of the character to the other characters and what that person's story is, I really just kind of fall into that, and then I hope that it works. I mean, I don't know that my character is necessarily funny, but there are points where people will laugh, and I hope that that comes from the truth of that character experiencing that
situation.
Yeah, you know, the reality of the situation and that person being in the situation. That person just happens to be me, but that's not what I'm thinking at the time.
I was thinking that your character, Wade's brother,
Yes.
is the most enigmatic in a way, because he's the one that really gets things, he stirs up the whole hornet's nest, and how innocent is he really? I mean, when he says, anything he says to Wade, Wade will say, oh, that's a good idea, I'm going to go do that. And, like, you're the one that gets him out there to begin with, and then you show up. And it's kind of like, I thought it was a very clever writing construction thing to present him as kind of like this innocent, but is he, that he doesn't really know the shit that he's going to get everybody in? But is he really? You know, he's not devious? I mean, how do you see it?
Thank you. Enigmatic. Well, I think Tina did a great job of writing the character, of writing a really fun character, and to be honest, this is probably one of the first times in my like TV movie career where I've got to play somebody who was essentially me, which is I'd like to say a charming dick. And
pretty spot on.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
So I think he wants to be helpful. I think I think Chris loves Wade. He loves him to death. I think he has sort of a short-term goal line, you know, or sort of plan. I don't think he goes, this is going to be like great long haul. I think he goes like, hell yeah, man, go. Like I think he has a very immediate reaction to things, and because of not having a sort of long-term goal process, it creates short-term dysfunction, which winds up being hilarity for all. So I don't think he's trying on purpose to make a bunch of things that don't work out. I think he's just cool with whatever happens. Like he's really just, you know, when he meets David's character, Alan Greer's character, he's just like, what's happening? All right, great, sure. Like I'm in a frat now. Like, you know what I mean? So I don't think he's purposely trying. I think he's just so go with the flow that it just kind of throws everybody off. Especially when you put that dynamic against a group of the Peoples who are very planned out and regimented. So having that character who has such a devil-may-care attitude versus these individuals who are very planned out and very strategic about how they live their lives causes a lot of calamity.
Can you guys talk about your projects coming up before they take you away?
I have my own album out. It's called Malcom Sings the Love Hits.
He's serious.
No, I do some music. I think I'm on the series finale of The Office with Craig, and then later on I'm just gonna be calling Tyler up to see if he'll lend me money.
No, he can't.
No. And then we may or may not have music on the movie or something. We worked.
Yeah, we definitely worked on music for the film, and you know we're going back and forth seeing whether that's going to go in there. I may or may not.
Yeah.
Confirming, unconfirming, have music dropping soon.
Tyler's also I respect him.
Thank you. I respect you as well, Malcolm.
Thank you.
Thanks. We're waiting to hear. Go On did well. Waiting here for a second season. And just kind of staying busy, film and television wise.
For me, the next film is called In the Meantime. I star opposite Music Soul Child, and it's It's a romantic comedy, so that should be coming out. I think it actually goes to festivals in June. So,
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nice. Back to back, Kelly.
Oh my god.
Orenthal the musical.
Yes, I just saw that.
I'm in
Is that really OJ?
Is he really OJ?
No, I'm saying, is that based on
yes,
OJ?
it's based on OJ.
I thought that was your
It's
middle
based-
name. I told you his middle name was Orenthal. I was
No.
like, I knew it.
No.
I
My middle name is Ibn Mashimbe.
You can't believe him.
knew it. It's Orenthal. He's
But
He's
Orenthal
like-
the musical, is this a movie or?
Yeah. It
is?
Yeah, it's about a bunch of guys who make a musical about OJ.
Oh, and is it
Yeah.
a tragic musical?
No, it's hilarious.
Okay.
So,
No,
like,
I mean, it is.
It
The movie's
sounds
funny.
hilarious.
I think it's funny.
Orenthal the musical?
Orenthal
I mean, that
the
And
alone.
where did they come up with the doctor to the doll hospital?
That's somebody that Tina actually, I think that was a real life, what I found out, that was a real life experience. Tina saw some guy.
Yeah, she was
at
in
a-
the mall and
Yeah.
she saw a guy and she was like, "Wow, this guy is attractive and he's in doctor's scrubs." So she kind of like, followed him a little to see where he was gonna go. And he had this, kind of
Air.
cocky attitude, like, "I'm a doctor." And he walked right into like the doll
Yeah.
What
hospital.
is it?
like
Like
he
American-
went, like
American
he
Girl
went
doll.
behind the counter, and then she was like just looking at him, and she was like, "Why is the doctor behind the counter?" And then I think she looked up and was like, "Oh my god,
Yeah.
The doll hospital.
I'm in the doll hospital. I have to go."
So did
Write
you get
this.
a doll? Are you a method actor? Did you bring a doll with you to the set?
I was very serious about my doll work when I go into it.
But did we ever actually see you put the doll back together?
I hope so because I put that work in. I was really working
You
with
did a lot of
doll
dolls
and stuff like
Yeah.
that. So.
I want to know about like what it was like
Last
working
question.
together. Okay, I want to know about like the feeling on set. Was
Especially
there
when you were
practical
there with
joking? Is
David
there-
Did you
and
not
Aretha
hear
and
us
everybody.
all yelling in the hallway?
Yeah.
That was you
pretty much
guys.
what
When
it
we
was.
see each other, we
Yeah,
go
we
nuts
lose.
generally.
We're the loudest, dancingest, singingest cast
We
I
really-
think I've ever worked.
We had the earliest call times like 5-something in the morning.
No, it was like 3:30.
Yeah,
that's
3:30
true.
in the
And
morning.
Craig Robinson,
And-
he can play the piano, and he would just sit down at the piano in the people's home and play, and we'd all gather around the piano and
Yeah.
sing songs. They actually had to tape
Stop.
and bolt the piano.
Why wasn't
They
somebody
locked down the
filming
piano.
that?
So the DVD
Because it's
is
just us.
Yeah.
I mean,
It
it
was
in a way, it started off as a way to just bring energy back up at 3:00 in the morning.
What were
But
you
then
doing at
it just
3 o'clock in the morning?
That's
This was
Getting
Getting ready to
Yeah.
work,
Yeah.
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 We had those early, I think it was the outside barbecue
Yeah.
or something like that. And it just had to be early and all that. But yeah, it fostered this relationship that was really cool. It's kind of like, I'd like to relate it to, almost going through a traumatic experience. It's like we all have to get up, we all have to deal with this. Oh
We
my
all
gosh!
have
So
to
we
wake up.
form a camaraderie within
But
each
we were
other.
all the most pleasant people. That's what
Yeah.
really helped it. Because
No one was a
sometimes,
douche.
yeah, we would wake
Well,
up, but we all
or a diva.
wanted to be together. I mean, there was one point when we were shooting in a location where they couldn't fit all of our trailers in, so some of us got pushed here or there, and we all went to the producers as a team, and we're like, we want to be together.
Yeah.
If someone has to share with the other person, we'll do it. We want to be together. I never have heard of that. I
No.
never heard that the
So-
actors
yeah.
want to share just so they can be together. We didn't end up having to share, but we would have.
Yeah, we would have.
Did you volunteer
Alright,
for the nude swimming
sorry, guys,
sequence
we
at
gotta-
night at 3
we gotta
o'clock in
wrap.
the morning?